Hey guys, Lenny Turner here, back today with another guitar tutorial for you all. Today I'm going to be teaching you a song called The Edge by Tonight Alive. I believe a while ago I taught you a song by Tonight Alive and it went down really well, I thought, so when I got another request to do this one I thought, yeah, sure, I'd love to do it, and I listened to the song and it's really, really good. It's just a nice little quick rock tune for me to teach you, so yeah, let's just jump straight into it. Unfortunately guys, the tuning is in drop C, so that is quite awkward, but I'll just run you through the strings now. So it's a D, an A, an F, a C, a G, and a bottom C. Okay? And so if you're in standard tuning, just tune down to that now, just pause the video. And yeah, let's jump straight into it. So the intro starts with you putting your first finger on the 13th fret of the B string. Even though it is an A, I'll still call it the B string because I'm sure it'll make life a bit simpler. And you're going to pluck it 3 times. Okay? And just a note guys, throughout all of this, it's going to be a lot of picking with your right hand, or if you're left-handed, with your left hand. And I would recommend alternate picking, so don't just do loads of down strums, just alternate picking, okay? Just practice that, just pause the video if you need to. So 13, 13, 13, and then with your second finger go to the 14th fret of the G string, so like 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, okay, and then with your pinky, or you can use your third finger, but I recommend the pinky, go up to the 17th fret of the B string and pluck that 3 times, so like this. Okay, and then go back to the 14th of the G string, so, okay, and then after that you're going to pluck the 13th fret of the B string twice, and then the 14th fret of the G string twice, so all together. Okay, and then you're going to play exactly the same thing after that, but then there's a little change. Instead of doing this, he does this, which is, I would recommend using your third finger for this because if you're whammying it gets more finger strength. 17th fret, and whammy it up and whammy it back down again. Okay, da da da. Okay, so all together from the beginning should sound like this. Okay, the next bit goes like this. Which I'll teach you now. So as you may have realised, it starts out exactly the same. Sorry. You already know how to play that, I just taught you a minute ago. The next bit goes like this. Okay, so that is, use your first finger to play the 12th fret of the B string. And remember guys, you're always plucking it 3 times. Then you still use your first finger to jump across the strings to the G string, still on the 12th, and play that 3 times. So it's like this. Da, 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 da. And then with your pinky, 15th fret of the B string, so like this. Sorry. Okay, and then go back to the 12th fret of the G string, so like this. And then 13th fret of the B string twice, and then 12th fret of the B string twice. Okay, and I'd recommend using your second finger and then your first finger. So that last bit, guys, goes like this. Sorry, I'll start again. Okay, the next bit goes like this. Okay, which is probably the most tricky part of the intro, but I'll just teach you through it. So we've just done this. Jump to the 14th fret of the G string with your first finger. Okay, then 14th fret of the D string with your first finger, just jump across strings. So like this. Okay, so you've just done this, then this. Then with your pinky, jump to the 17th fret of the B string. Okay, so it's like this. And then back to the 14th fret of the G string. So all together. And then with your pinky, 17th fret twice. And then with your third finger, 16th fret twice. So that last bit. So all together. And then it's exactly the same. But then instead of doing this, you whammy it up again. Okay? So that last little third section, I'll play it slowly. Okay? And that is the intro. Well, yeah, that is the intro. I won't drag it on, so I will just leave it there. But I promise you, if you're having trouble at the moment, just pause and rewind, and just really listen to what I'm saying. I'm sorry if I'm rushing through any of it, and if you've got any problems, just comment below. And yeah, so now let's move on to the verse, guys. So I'll just move the camera this way a bit. I think that'll do. So we've just been up here, and now the beginning of when she starts singing goes like this. Okay? And what that is, you use your first finger on the 7th fret of the D string, and this is going to create a little chord pattern. So keeping your finger there, put your pinky finger on the 10th fret of the B string, and your third finger on the 9th fret of the G string. So if you strum it together, you'll get a little chord. Okay, and what you're going to do, you're going to palm mute. So using your palm to mute it, you're going to palm mute the D string twice. Okay, if I'm not palm muting it, it sounds like this. When I'm palm muting it, it sounds like this. Okay, so you're going to do it. And then you're going to hit the B string, and then the G string. So just to show you what I'm doing over here. Like da 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 da. That's the rhythm, okay? Keeping your fingers there. Yeah? And you're gonna play that twice, guys. You're gonna play that twice. Okay? And then what you're gonna do, you're going to get into a new position. You're gonna move your first finger. So just take your first finger away, and then use your second finger to play the 8th fret of the A string. Now you can use your first finger for this if you want, but one of those fingers has to cover the 8th fret of the A string. And you're going to do exactly the same rhythm. Palm mute the bottom A string twice, and then, so just to show you what I'm doing down here. Sorry. Okay, so you've just done this, and then you've moved here, and then you're going to have to move your fingers. I would recommend using your second finger on the 10th fret of the A string, your third finger on the 10th fret of the B string, and your first finger on the 9th fret of the G string, and you're going to do exactly the same. Okay? So 10, 10, 10, 9. So all together, that first verse sounds like this. Okay, just to show you what I'm doing over here. Okay, and then keeping that rhythm in mind, you're going to play some new patterns, so I'll just take it over here. What the first pattern is, you're going to put, just move the camera over here so you can see what I'm doing. This is the 3rd fret. You're going to put your first finger on the 3rd fret of the D string, and your pinky on the 5th fret of the G string, so you get like this. Okay, and what you're going to do, so you're going to palm mute the 3rd fret of the D string, and then play the 5th fret of the G string, so like this, and then play the open high E string. Don't worry, I'll move the camera this way so you can see what I'm doing with my right hand, just 1 minute. And then after you play the open E string, you play the G string again. So just to show you what I'm doing down here. Okay, keeping that shape. And then the next position, you put your pinky on the 6th fret of the B string, your 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the G string, and your 1st finger, it's quite a stretch, on the 3rd fret of the high E string. And you play this, which is the B string, the G string, the high E string, and the B string. So I'll just show you what I'm doing down here again. Okay, and then the last two chords, but it's just one position. Take your 1st finger and bar all the way across the 5th fret. Okay, and then what you're going to do, you're going to play the A string twice, palm muted, then the G string, no sorry, not the G string, the B string. So play the A string twice, B string, G string, then do that again. So do it twice. Sorry, I'll start again. Just show you what I'm doing over here. Okay, right, and I'll leave it there for part 1, guys, and I'll teach you the next bit in part 2, okay, because I think we're dragging on now. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Make sure you check out part 2, and at the beginning of part 2 I'll run over everything that we've got so far, okay? So thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you in part 2. Bye bye.